Afternoon, everybody. It's Sis Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Here to do your daily card reading for today, which is March the 31st, last day of March already. Unbelievable. Just about to shuffle your cards. I'm using the black and white Falkner Deck today to do your card for the day, and I'm just going to place that down. Thank you very much for joining. People that are joining on Periscope, nice to see you. Just like to put these cards down for you today. Okay, let's just have a little look. Our card today is the Chariot. I always think the Chariot's quite an appropriate card for a Friday. No, that sounds a little bit crazy probably, but I kind of feel like Friday energy is kind of hurtling towards the weekend, kind of zooming along, all kind of moving forward into the weekend sort of energy. Weekend energy tends to be quite different to weekday energy. I work all days, so I don't just do 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. But even for me, working on those days, the weekend still has a different energy. It's very, very hard to explain, but it certainly does have that. The Chariot card is all about you controlling your destiny and you moving forward in the direction you want to go in. When it appears in a card reading, it can often talk about it being easy or difficult to move forward, and it depends when I'm looking at this particular deck what side of the card I'm drawn to. If I'm drawn to this left hand side, as you can see, the road ahead is nice and clear. If I'm drawn to this side of the road, it's a little bit busier. You've got to dodge in and out of the traffic, so it kind of depending on what side of the card I'm drawn to, it kind of depends which way I go with it. Generally speaking, for me, the tarot gives me the Chariot card when I'm looking at movement forward, but also taking control and driving your own car. You know, who would you allow to drive your life for you? Why aren't you driving it yourself? Quite often, especially when we're looking at relationship readings, people ask often, you know, how long till this person or that person starts to do something, and they become the driver of your car. Don't allow somebody else to drive your car. Live your own life. When somebody else comes and goes, brilliant. If they come and they go at the right time, fabulous. If they're just not stepping forward, take your focus away from them. Put your focus on yourself. Get back in the driving seat and drive your own car in the direction you want to go in. It's important that you are the driver of your destiny rather than somebody who's just reacting to other people's behaviours. That often brings loads of stuff up for lots of different people, and it's not a simple thing. There's quite a lot of inner work and self-work to do with that kind of idea, but in general it's so important that you don't just react to somebody else's behaviours. They're coming forward, they're not coming forward, all of that stuff is, yeah, understandably important, but don't let it overtake what you want to drive the direction you want to drive your life in. It's really important that you don't do that. That takes a long time for a lot of people to pick up, and you know, it's a lesson. I hate using that term, but it is learning. It is a learning for you, for most people, to be able to really drive their car in the direction they want to, and just be ready to accept people that come and go, rather than, you know, be sitting there with your handbrake on waiting for somebody else to get in the car and drive it. Chariot card's about that for me. Can also be about some inner conflict or conflict with others. Not particularly drawn to that meaning for this card today. I feel like it's more about pushing yourself in the direction that you want to go in, not being afraid to drive yourself in the direction you want to go in, Quite a forward moving day. Feel like the energy is quite nice today. Does help that the sun's actually out, or well, it is in London, it is in the UK. But just, yeah, it's got a lighter energy about it today. We are coming into April tomorrow. April has shown up significantly in a lot of people's readings over the last few weeks. I'm expecting an energy change. And it does feel like that's starting today, actually, because we're quite lifted. I'm just going to put down an energy oracle card just to guide us into the weekend a little bit. Okay, and we've got the victory card. Interestingly enough, that chariot card can mean conflict, and the victory card can be about coming out tops in a conflict. I just feel like it's more the energy today of things you can achieve. The victory is not against somebody else. The victory is about you being able to control where you want to go. Then you are always going to be the victor if you're traveling the direction that you want to travel in. The victory card is really interesting in this particular deck. Loads and loads going on, and very hard to kind of point out things in the light. But there is, in this card, there's a little part of the card here which is part of the golden wreath, and it's right at the bottom, and it just looks like a little rabbit or a little creature of some description peeking out over the top of this piece of gold. And I'm kind of really drawn to that today, and I just feel like it's saying you're just peeking over the top of the hill, and it's like you're just getting to the top of the hill and getting ready to kind of move forward. And it's almost like you're just sneaking, because this is like a little sneaky little rabbit type of creature. And he's kind of just poking his head up, having a look. Is it okay? Yeah, actually, I think it is okay. That's the energy of today. It's okay to go for what you want. Drive your own car in the direction that you choose, and you will be victorious. That's the energy that I feel like we have today. Very positive, very upbeat. So I will leave those cards with you, and I'll be back with you again tomorrow, possibly a little bit earlier, around about lunchtime tomorrow, just because I've got some other bits and bobs I have to be doing. So I will leave that with you. I'll upload this onto YouTube as normal for people to catch up with if they've missed some of it. And I will speak to you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye for now.